Howdy, it's John. I'm here with my pal, Smiley Face. And no, we aren't going to talk about positive attitude today, but we should always talk about that. What I'm here today to talk about is the magic ingredient. That's not really magic, but it's the ingredient that really drives change. We set these goals, we put together workable plans. I help people do that all the time. We put together tracking mechanisms. We have accountability mechanisms and small groups and mastermind groups, but there's still one key function. People read books all the time, and they should, and I read books all the time, but how much do I really retain? I read the Bible every day and probably get through the Bible in about a year, and so I do get something out of that. And what I'm saying there is, it's the spaced repetition that conditions. And without that, there is no change. If I keep on thinking with my attitude the same way, and from that I keep on doing, acting in the same way, I get the same thing back. We all know that. It's insanity to expect things to improve without those things changing. And talking about that whole elevator of success, from the ideas that are pouring into my head. What's pouring into my head? Is it social media? Is it the news? Is it TV? What am I pumping into my head? What's the spaced repetition that's going in? What's the garbage in? What is that? I can choose to decide what I'm going to pump into my head. And even reading books doesn't have long-term internalization and behavior change. I can't emphasize this enough, and this is the simplest thing. When we do our programs, we make sure that there's a solid piece of audio by M3 or by app or by even CDs, although nobody's got a CD player anymore, something that can replay stuff over and over again. And when you do that, you move from, gee, I'm not doing that. That's our first thought if we aren't doing it. That's what our mental mechanisms are. That's called cognitive dissonance. I push something away that I'm not already doing, even though it's a good idea. So I reject that. And the next step is, well, maybe that's a good idea for everybody else, but that isn't going to work for me. The third step is, maybe that would work. The fourth step is, I think I ought to give that a shot. The fifth step is, I'm starting to do that thing. And guess what? It's starting to work. My mind is thinking differently. I can do that stuff. I'm affirming myself then. And lastly, number 6, repetition, the end of full assimilation. Let me share my idea with you. Spaced repetition. Magic? No. Just simple. You decide what you're going to pump into your head, and we become what our dominant thoughts are. What the mind manifests, what the mind harbors, the body manifests. Did I get that right? Yeah, I think I finally get it right. That's what I've got for today. We'll catch you next time. Me and my pal.